What happens if I get injured on the job? What really happens if we get hurt on the job? It's a question many workers push aside until the worst occurs. But workplace injuries are more common than most people realize. From a slip on a warehouse floor to a construction accident to repetitive stress in an office, injuries can strike anyone, anywhere. The big concerns are the same. Will medical bills be covered? Will we lose our paycheck? Can our employer punish us for reporting? The good news is that American law, through workers' compensation and federal protections, gives us clear rights when injuries happen. In this video, we'll walk through exactly what those rights are. We'll explain how workers' comp works, what steps to take after an injury, what benefits are available, and what to do if an employer tries to fight back. Let's get started. Because knowing what happens after an injury could protect our health and our family's security. The basics of workers' compensation. The first thing to understand is that most workplace injuries are covered under workers' compensation laws. These laws exist in every state, though details vary. The core idea is the same. If we are injured while performing our job, we are entitled to benefits regardless of fault. That means even if the accident was partly our mistake, we can still receive medical coverage and wage replacement. In exchange, workers usually can't sue employers directly for workplace injuries. Workers' comp is the system that balances protection for employees with stability for employers. What does it cover? Typically, medical treatment, doctor visits, hospital bills, surgeries, physical therapy. Wage replacement, a percentage of lost wages while we recover. Disability benefits, payments for temporary or permanent disability if we can't work. Vocational rehabilitation, training or help finding a new job if we can't return to the old one. Death benefits, payments to families if a worker dies on the job. For example, a construction worker falls from scaffolding and breaks his leg. Under workers' comp, his medical bills are paid and he receives weekly checks while he's unable to work. He doesn't need to prove the employer was negligent, only that the injury happened at work. This system is built into state law. Some states, like California, require employers to carry insurance. Others run state-administered funds. But the core promise is universal. Workplace injuries are not the worker's financial burden. 2. Steps to take. Immediately after an injury. Knowing the law is important, but what we do right after an injury matters most. The steps are straightforward, but timing is critical. Step 1. Get medical help. If the injury is serious, call 911 or go to the ER. Health comes first. In workers' comp cases, employers may require treatment from approved providers, but in emergencies, any licensed doctor is covered. Step 2. Report the injury to the employer. Every state sets deadlines, often 30 days or less. Some require immediate notice. Verbal notice is allowed, but written notice is best. Keep copies. Step 3. File a workers' compensation claim. This is different from simply reporting to the boss. It means submitting a claim to the state agency or the employer's insurance company. Employers must provide forms and guidance. Step 4. Document everything. Keep medical records, accident reports, witness names, and communication with supervisors. Documentation is vital if disputes arise. Example. A warehouse worker injures her back lifting heavy boxes. She reports it the same day, fills out a claim form, and sees the company doctor. Because she acted quickly, her claim is processed smoothly, and benefits start without delay. Failure to report or missing deadlines can lead to denial of benefits. That's why acting promptly is key. 3. Benefits. Workers can expect. So what exactly can we expect once a claim is accepted? Medical coverage. Workers' comp pays for treatment until we reach maximum medical improvement. That includes surgeries, therapy, medication, and follow-up visits. We should never be billed personally for approved care. Wage replacement. Most states pay about 2/3 of the worker's average weekly wage, up to a cap. These benefits continue until we return to work or reach medical improvement. Temporary disability benefits. If recovery takes weeks or months, we receive temporary benefits. Permanent disability benefits. If an injury leaves lasting impairment, the system provides ongoing payments based on the severity and the worker's capacity to work. Vocational rehab. If we can't return to the old job, workers' comp may fund training for a new role. Death benefits. If a worker dies, surviving family members may receive weekly payments and funeral expense coverage. For example, a nurse develops carpal tunnel syndrome from years of repetitive motion. After surgery, she still can't perform her old tasks. Workers' comp provides vocational training so she can transition into a less physically demanding role. The point is that workers' comp is designed to prevent financial ruin. It recognizes that workplace injuries happen, and it spreads the cost through insurance instead of leaving workers alone to bear it. 4. What if the employer or insurance company fights back? Unfortunately, not every claim is smooth. Employers and insurers sometimes deny claims to save money. They may argue that the injury didn't happen at work, that it was pre-existing, or that it isn't serious enough. What can we do in that situation? Appeal the denial. Every state has an appeal process. Workers can request hearings before administrative judges who review evidence and make rulings. Provide strong evidence. Medical records, accident reports, coworker testimony, and expert opinions can prove the injury is work-related. Seek legal help. Many attorneys specialize in workers' comp and work on contingency, meaning no payment unless the worker wins. Legal representation often makes the difference in disputed cases. No O.S.H.A. protections. Beyond workers' comp, O.S.H.A. requires employers to provide safe workplaces. If retaliation occurs after reporting unsafe conditions, workers may have claims under O.S.H.A. Section 11C. Example: a delivery driver develops back problems. The employer claims it was from outside work and denies the claim. The driver appeals, provides medical evidence linking the condition to heavy lifting on the job, and wins benefits. 5. Common questions. Workers ask. Let's tackle some frequent concerns. Can I be fired for filing a workers' comp claim? No. Retaliation for filing a claim is illegal. Employers who do so can face lawsuits and penalties. What if I was partly at fault? Workers' comp is generally no fault. Even if we made a mistake, benefits usually still apply. Do undocumented workers qualify? In many states, yes. Courts have ruled that undocumented workers are still entitled to workers' comp benefits. Can I sue my employer instead? Usually no. Workers' comp is the exclusive remedy. But if a third party, like a contractor or equipment manufacturer, caused the injury, separate lawsuits may be possible. These answers show that workers' comp is broad, protective, and focused on ensuring injured workers don't fall through the cracks. So what happens if we get injured on the job? The law is clear. We have rights. Workers' compensation provides medical care, wage replacement, disability benefits, and protection from retaliation. Whether it's a sudden accident or a long-term injury, the system is designed to protect workers, not punish them. But our rights only work if we use them. That means reporting injuries promptly, filing claims, keeping records, and standing firm if employers or insurers resist. No one should risk losing their health and their paycheck at the same time. If this video helped you understand the process, share it with coworkers. Knowledge is power, and together we can make sure every workplace injury gets the protection the law promises.